Another day, another $1,000 winner.
Hi, I'm James. I just won $1,000. My plans are to use it for a trip that's coming up soon.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Use that for some souvenirs.
Yeah.
That's right.
This hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is pay. So log on right now. It'll take you less than 30 seconds. You can do this from your cell phone or your desktop. 1059thebrew.com. The keyword is pay. Then keep it on your cell phone because we could call you back with the cash. Good luck.
One, two, three.
And now, Bruce Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, the Portland Trail Blazers last night going at it with the Denver Nuggets, and they were head-to-head in Denver. Now, I got to say, it wasn't much of a contest. Nikola Jokic decided to just show up. He hit a three from the, like, if you walk to the very, very, very corner of the court, so your feet are barely in bounds, and then put DeAndre Ayton, who's 7'1", I think, in front of him with his hands up in the sky, and he still hit the three. Like, the guy is impossible to guard. Last night, 146-117, the final there. Luka Jokic, he had his big game. First game ever as a Laker. Now, remember, it was just less than 2 weeks ago when the entire basketball world shifted and he was traded from Dallas to Los Angeles. You look at it from the other side, Dallas played 3/4 of one game with Anthony Davis and he got injured and he's out for like a month or more. Whoop. So the fans are revolting. Fans were getting thrown out last night of this game. It was crazy, but the Mavericks trying to piece it together after Luka left, and Luka gets what he wanted. 132-113. He beats up on the Jazz. He was asked what it was like to finally play as a Laker.
Special, man. The way they received me, everybody, teammates, front office, everybody here. I heard a lot of noise when I was introduced, so I really appreciate it. It was a special moment.
Now, the Lakers played without LeBron and got that win. That's 2 in a row now for them. Well, LeBron nurses a sour ankle. There's your sports.
All right, you've got until 7 o'clock this morning to get this hour's keyword in and pick up $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. Be a pretty nice Tuesday.
Yeah, it would.
The keyword is pay. Go to 1059thebrew.com, enter the keyword pay, and then keep an eye on your cell phone because we could call you back with $1,000. If you see a strange number, restricted number, pick it up. Could be us. All right, coming up next, Laura almost killed her friends at their Super Bowl party over the weekend.
That is not true.
Almost poisoned them to death. It's a
Okay.
crazy story. We'll tell you all about it coming up after the Joker on the Brew. I don't know if you saw Laura's Instagram over the weekend, Drew, or anybody else who follows Laura, but she almost killed her friends with her Super Bowl snack.
Oh, I couldn't have missed it. At first, when I just glanced at it, I thought it was like old fire damage.
That is.
Yeah, you saw that atrocity too?
I thought.
Laura, so what did you make? Were they Italian soldiers? Is that what they're called?
Soldiers?
Sliders.
Sliders.
Oh, okay, I read that wrong.
You can call them Italian soldiers if you like.
You name them what you want.
Yes. So they were just King's Hawaiian rolls with like a bunch of meat and cheese, and then you cook them.
And I love King's Hawaiian. Those I'll eat them. Sometimes they'll come in those little 4-packs. Mm-hmm. And if I'm at Safeway getting some chicken or whatever, I'll just pick some of that up.
They're delicious.
And I'll kill the whole 4-pack in the night.
Well, I bought the party pack, and you know how they're not like pre-sliced. So you just like slice them all at once with like a big serrated knife, and then you put on the toppings, the meats and the cheeses.
I just rip it like a man.
And you bake it, but you rip it like a man after you're done with the baking. And so
I'm wondering how you screwed up making a sandwich.
Okay, so this was not entirely my fault, you guys.
It's never your fault. The dents in your car aren't your fault. The dent in my
car is not my fault, but the burnt snack is partially my fault.
Okay, so what happened?
Okay, so I'm making the snack. Everything's great. I put on like the melted butter on top of the buns. I'm ready to go. And I'm like, hey, can I use your oven? Because I was like making it at somebody else's house. And they're like, yes, but so-and-so has wings in the oven, so maybe you could just share the oven. And I was like, okay. I'm like, well, how long do they have left on the wings? And they're like, oh, well, they're going to be in there for like 45 minutes. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just, we'll scoot them over and I'll just put my little Sammys in there. Problem is, the temperature
you can't do that,
of the wings was 420 degrees, and my sliders were supposed to be cooked at 350 degrees. And I was like, I'll just put them in for like a second. And that was the plan. And at one point, I looked in, and they were looking okay, but I'm like, oh, the cheese isn't really melted enough, so I'll leave them in for another couple minutes. I go back like 3 minutes later, and there's like smoke filling the oven, and I'm like, oh,
they looked like hockey pucks.
Well,
the ones on the edges looked like burnt hockey pucks. Drew's right. It looks like they got caught in a fire.
Well, they basically did. I opened the oven, and it was just like, boof, like, turn on the vent.
Did a fire alarm go off?
No, thankfully. But I pulled them out, and everyone was like, oh, no.
I guess the ones in the middle you could have eaten, right?
So thankfully, there were only 6 of us at the party. So there were still enough for us to eat, but the ones on the edges,
those look terrible.
Casual.
And she was so confident about it last week and so excited, and then
I was excited, and it would have been fine, but
we got to put a picture up online so people can see these things, because if you've ever made a food, you gotta keep an eye on the stuff when it's in the oven. You can't be placing multiple items in the oven.
Yeah,
but it was either that or me not make my food, which was already half made anyway, because the wings were going to be in there for like another, like I said, 45 minutes. So it's like, what am I going to wait?
The wings are also, I'm going to say this, the cooking wings at that time, at party time, because I cook wings for all Super Bowl parties, you have to pre-prep those. Like that to just go through the cooking process at game time. Was it the host's wings?
No, it was somebody else.
Oh, double party foul. You show up with uncooked wings and you want to take up the whole oven at game time.
And then they weren't even done till like halftime.
That's weak sauce.
Yeah, because like you don't know if I'm already cooking something. If you come over with wings, like
I
have those prepared, bring them in a Tupperware cup or whatever.
That's exactly what I do. What I do is I pre-cook all the wings. I show up with my own little air fryer,
right?
And I just zap them. Zap a batch, flip them with sauce, put them on the table.
Yeah, when we ask you to bring things over, we don't mean bring things over to cook.
Well,
you get a mixing bowl.
You prepare it already and then bring it over. Because this is how Laura almost kills her friends. Is she?
But
she's got to put things in there with that stuff.
So this is my bad. Also, is that I was planning on making them at home on my own and having them prepared, and then as I got to like one of the final steps at my house, I realized that I was missing a key ingredient. So I was like, all right, I'm going to call her. I'm going to see if it's okay if I use her oven. And she was like, somebody else is using my oven, but you guys can share. Not thinking that it was going to be wings and that it was going to be a whole big thing.
I hope she was like,
So-
yes, someone brought wings uncooked and wanted to use it for the entire game.
And when a second friend says, "Hey, can I use your oven?" She's like,
No, she was like
idiots.
this. Yeah. I mean,
So
she
there's a
didn't
lot
say
of,
that, but deep down, that's what she's thinking and
maybe,
feeling, guaranteed.
but
So
how'd
you
I
miss an
would've-
ingredient on a sandwich?
Well, I really wanted the melted butter wash on top.
You should have.
And I thought I had
All right,
butter. and
when
I
we
didn't
have a Super Bowl
butter.
party and Laura comes, we take care of everything. She just shows
Whatever,
up.
Tanner.
No butter.
Whatever, Tanner. You didn't even make your snacks like you said you were going
I didn't.
to.
I had stuff. I had family stuff.
Whatever.
You know,
His wings were already ordered.
but I got my wings. They were late. Don't get me started on that.
Oh, man.
It was, you'd think it's the 420 for B-dubs,
Yeah.
right? And they fall apart,
It's their Christmas or
You'd
whatever.
think
You know,
they'd
it's
be
their
like by my
Black
house,
Friday.
triple staff.
dude. They fell apart on Super Bowl Sunday. I was supposed to pick my food up at 2:40, didn't get it till 3:30.
Oh, what?
Were you there?
And so-
were you there at 2:40?
I was there at 2:30.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so
That sucks.
And so then I called and placed my order like Tuesday or Thursday or Tuesday of Wednesday
It
of
was
last week, right?
super early.
Yeah.
But then on Friday night, I called and added to the order, but they couldn't add to my order. They had to make a separate order, which I don't understand why why can't just add to the order. I haven't paid for it yet.
Yeah.
But they couldn't add to the order, so they had to make a separate order. So I was like, fine. They go, don't worry, you can pick it up at the same time you pick up your other order.
Yeah.
Sunday comes along. The order that I placed Friday night was ready. They had no idea where my order that I placed Tuesday or Wednesday was. No
Unreal.
idea. And the line went outside around the building, but I got there early. And they were just, the poor guy behind the counter was ripping his hair
I
out.
don't know
was
why
probably
you don't
dying.
prepare for that.
That's what I just don't understand. Like, you should have, like, in my opinion, you should have a set amount of times. You know how many wings or how much food you can prepare in an hour or in a moment. You have set times, and it's first come, first serve. Once those time slots are filled, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it will win. Yeah,
You can't be having 9 people come at 2:40.
I
if
think
that's
at a
what you're
certain
doing.
point they should stop accepting orders for sure.
Yeah, and they were still answering the phones and stuff, and I'm like, you
Yeah.
guys are melting down. The phones are done. There are no more orders.
There should be a cap. Like, okay, we're against it
Yeah.
here. It's
Because-
like there's gasoline pouring out at a gas station, and you're still trying to run
Yeah.
pump 9 over here. How
Yeah.
about fix the problem?
It was one of those situations where you're hot, but so's everyone else around you, and they're speaking up and being loud and getting
Yeah.
mad, so you don't have to do anything.
But then it's like you,
Yeah,
almost,
you're
but then
just-
but it's almost like you can't be mad at the people who are probably working their butts off trying to prepare your food because they're going as fast.
I don't
as
know
they
who I'm
can,
mad
but
at.
it's like
I'm just
there's-
mad.
It's a faceless.
Yeah, right.
I'm
person.
mad at it's got to be the manager. It's how it all.
It's probably
it starts
it's
at the top.
probably the
Somewhere
corporate
at the
office
top.
when you're like, hey, you go to the suits, you're like, hey, I don't think we should accept any more orders. They're like, yes, you will because money. Accept more. Yeah. So,
There's probably a rule like no matter how overwhelmed, you do not say no.
but when you're sacrificing service, like that's a bad look for everybody.
I agree.
involved.
People are like, just cancel my order. People
mean,
are saying
yeah.
that.
They
Just
need to
cancel.
bring in seasonal workers like it's a spirit Halloween store.
Yeah.
And like all hands on deck.
Anyway, the upside is they did not burn my food. Unlike
Yeah,
Laura burnt
yours
hers.
were
I will
delicious.
say the
food
6
is good.
sliders that were edible were really good.
They looked good. We'll put a picture up online.
So-
Follow us on Instagram so you can see the ones in the middle looked good. The ones on the outside. Were
I mean,
burnt.
I just
And
learned
if
my
you-
lesson.
And if you want shiny buns, you could use an egg. An egg will shine your buns all day. Not your actual human buns.
I was gonna.
that's
I mean,
what I was
could-
going to do.
Yeah. Well, you can do it still.
That's also an option.
might soften those bad boys up.
Follow us on the gram at 1059 The Brew or at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Now, what's trending?
All right, online at 1059thebrew.com. Actually, follow us on the gram at 1059thebrew or Tanner, Drew, and Laura to see the snacks that Laura made over the weekend for Super Bowl Sunday. She made these Italian sliders.
Yes.
And they, on paper, it's a great idea, right? When you look at the demonstration of what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah,
they look great.
the Instagram video I was watching, I was like, these look great.
They crushed it.
Laura's looked like hockey pucks.
Yeah,
Looked like they were taking them out for the Winterhawks.
They were hot Italian sliders. They weren't spicy. They were just so hot that they're burned.
They were burnt. They were charred Italian sliders.
Charred Italian sliders.
That sounds delicious.
I'll have you know, though, by the way, I just want to say my guacamole turned out great.
Oh, nice. You did bring some guac to the table. You weren't a complete loss on that.
Yeah.
All right. 1059thebrew.com if you would like to see that. Also online, our Donkey Show podcast. We've got a brand new one coming up later on today. It's the show after the show, totally unedited and uncensored. If you want a little bit more without the songs or the commercials, go check that out. Daily at 1059thebrew.com. And our 50-50 game. So you got a chance to not only help out ALS Northwest, but possibly pick up 50% of the pot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to do is go buy a raffle ticket at 1059thebrew.com. I think you can buy as many as you want, as far as I understand. And I think, what is it, like $10 for?
I think it's like $10 for a handful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, and you can go little, you can go big.
Sure.
Anything helps ALS Northwest, and a chip and a chair, baby. All you need is to be in to possibly win.
Our friend did this in Miami. He's got a show there, a radio show there, and they raised over $100,000. So the winner, the listener, got $50,000, and then the other $50,000 went to the charity. So
That's
cool.
awesome. It's a win-win.
that's what we're trying to do. Go buy a raffle ticket for the ALS Northwest 50-50 game at 1059thebrew.com and help out yourself and maybe some other people at the same time. Mm-hmm. Be pretty nice.
Yeah.
I should have flipped that. Help out other people and then maybe yourself at the
Yes,
same
exactly.
time. That sounds better.
Well, you know how people respond.
Yeah. Yeah, very greedy.
Yeah,
People
like,
are
oh yeah, me. Oh yeah, and then you.
I guess.
50-50 games online at 1059thebrew.com. Also, that's the website you're going to need to win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. Another keywords coming up right after Billy Idol. All right, Bacon and Beer is Friday morning. The first Bacon and Beer of the year. It's Love Stinks 2, Electric Boogaloo going down in Wilsonville.
Hey. Love Stinks 2, Electric Boogaloo. We're gonna have a mass divorce. Love Stinks 2,
Electric Boogaloo.
It's gonna be in a church.
Yes. This Friday, it's going down at McMiniman's Old Church and Pub in Wilsonville. First time we're taking over Wilsonville. We're asking for people to bring down canned food, too. If you can, we're going to help out the Oregon Food Bank. Mm-hmm. And the food that we collect Friday morning is going to stay in Wilsonville for the people of Wilsonville.
Nice.
So food insecurities, obviously, I feel like we always say this because it's true. It's at an all-time high.
Well, it
it's
keeps getting worse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as prices go up and those groceries aren't becoming more affordable, the food insecurity continues to get worse. So
Yeah, so if everyone can do a little, we can make a big dent in that in Wilsonville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3, 2, even 1 can of food would help bring it down. And listen, if you're struggling yourself, we're not expecting you to bring something down.
It wouldn't make sense for you to go hungry.
Right. Come on down, have a good time, get some free bacon while you're there. But if you can afford to bring some down for people in need, please do so. Friday morning, McMiniman's Old Church and Pub in Wilsonville. Mm-hmm. And again, that food's going to stay in Wilsonville. We also have a mass divorce. We are having some issues with our mass divorce. Beefwater is going to be in here in a second, but I think some people I think at least one person has gotten cold feet.
Uh-oh.
And unfortunately, I think it's the guy who has been separated for 12 years. He's the guy who was with this girl, went to prison.
Oh, that guy.
And then his wife started cheating on him.
Oh.
Right? He got out, hooked up with her sister. He's been with her ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So Beefwater and I...
That's the greatest story.
Beefwater and I have been trying to get a hold of him, and it's like he's not writing me back, and
also
his phone is making a weird thing. Like
he may have blocked us.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't have my cell phone number. And I called him from my cell phone yesterday. And
so I wonder what's going on with that. Because that seems like, it feels like that would be the couple least likely to back out because they're in happy relationships with other people. They're still in the family. So it's like they don't have any reason to not be divorced.
Unless somebody else in the family, like say... grandma or somebody got involved, because once the whole family's involved.
I sent him an email and I called him yesterday, and he's not getting back. So I don't know if he got cold feet. We might need another person, another couple to get divorced. Mm. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we'll make do with what we've got. There's still people who wanna
but
cut the cord.
So mad at that guy.
That was the juiciest.
So mad at that guy. Who was that? What was his name? David?
I thought his name was Jason. Or is that somebody else?
I'm going to
talk to somebody.
I'm going to call it again. I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
I'm just going to raw dog him.
Yowza.
Okay, it's ringing this time.
That's good.
Is he back? Screening you.
Not great. Not what we want to have happen here.
What would the problem be? Do you think like, I don't know, they still have to get divorced, right? Like if he wants to marry her sister, they've got to get divorced.
Yeah, it's got to happen.
Yeah, but who says he wants to marry her sister? They've been doing the damn thing for 12 years.
Well, but
you would think that they would want to, but maybe they've just been going like this for 12 years and they're fine with keeping it that way.
What the hell is Beefwater?
But it's not costing them any money.
Beef, I just called that dude again. He didn't answer.
Yeah?
So what do you think? Do you think, are we going to have to find another couple to get divorced, or do you think what do you think, this guy got cold feet, or his ex-wife got mad at him, or
I don't
what?
know. I tell you what, he's got on my nerves. I tell you that much. Spent way too much time on this shenanigan.
Trying to get this guy on the phone.
Wow. Clearly, he doesn't want to be reached. We've tried texting. We've tried cell phone. We've tried email. Email worked in the past. It's suddenly not working now. I've watched enough Rockford Files to know homeboy don't want to do it no more.
Do you think maybe it was his idea and he's like, oh yeah, my ex-wife will be totally fine with it, and then he actually talked to her about it and she's like, no.
I have a feeling that could have been it. I'm gonna try
'cause-
again one more time for my cell phone. Let's see if this works.
So maybe like leave him a really nice voicemail.
Because remember yesterday it wasn't even ringing.
Like it's like a robo.
But now it's ringing.
It's ringing now.
Well,
But
glad,
it's
Yesterday it wasn't even ringing. It was
glad he
saying
re-upped his cricket minutes.
he's got Casey peeved.
Oh, Casey was really hot last night. I was trying to get him on the phone to.
Hello?
Hey, is this David?
Yes.
Hey, it's Tanner and Drew and Laura. We're on the air right now. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, we've been trying to get a hold of you, brother.
David, my brother.
My brother. Laura's really excited right now. Are you still interested in the divorce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been filling out everything that they've sent me.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, why are we panicking?
Why?
I don't know.
Who are you dealing with? Because last I heard from the lawyer was that you went into the witness protection program.
Not me.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, then,
Hopefully we're calling the right guy.
Just kidding.
No,
Maybe we're
now,
David,
what
right?
story are we talking about here?
No, I thought we were talking to.
'Cause
Was
I
it
was just
Jason?
listening to you guys on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jason. This is David.
Yes.
David,
Oh, just kidding.
Dude, you're good.
All right.
you're
you're
good,
good
dude.
to go.
Sorry,
Never
I'm
mind.
still mad at you. Don't get it wrong. I'm
see you
still
Friday,
mad at
bro.
you, dude.
We love you,
David's like-
Dave.
Cool, yeah.
David's like, what the hell happened out here?
All right. This is my cell phone number. Delete it from your phone. All right. We'll see you Friday morning, big dog.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
So
anyway.
Jason's the one we couldn't get
At
hold of.
least we've still got David.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Jason.
and he's all in.
Yeah, he's the one that's got the like robotic protected phone. Like it won't even let you complete the phone call.
Got it.
Robo Protect.
That's what I'm saying. He's in the program.
We're gonna try to get to the bottom of that and figure that out. If not,
David's cool though.
we might.
Yeah,
Yeah, David's a cool
chill.
dude. We're gonna take care of him. He's gonna get a divorce thanks to 1-800-DIVORCE. Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men on Friday morning, and we're just trying to get that last couple.
And it
Locked
was
in.
such a great story. I mean, it was like that was a highlight hearing that story. I just would love to finish the deed.
Oh, you mean the one where he hooked up with his sister?
Well, yeah, I
Yes.
mean,
His
you go
ex's
to
sister?
prison, all the
Yeah,
stuff
of
goes on,
course.
but it's the ex-wife. Her in this story, she probably doesn't love the narrative.
Yeah, right now he's
Yeah,
he's eating a
probably not.
McMuffin going, I can't believe they bought that story. A bunch of dumbs. Just a bunch of dumb.
I'm gonna try that guy again because this is what we were getting yesterday. If you hear it, I don't know. 1503.
Sorry, the number you have dialed has calling restrictions that have prevented the completion of your call. Announcement 19.
Has he just blocked
I've never
it?
even heard that.
I'm
didn't hear that.
I've never in my life had a
Because,
message like that.
Look, I've been blocked a time or two in my day, and usually it just goes straight to voicemail. So I don't know.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does? Like,
Yeah.
it still allows you to leave a voicemail?
Yeah, but it doesn't go to them. It goes into the abyss of blocked voicemail land.
It's just like this crying, screaming
What an
voicemail.
inbox that must
I
be.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, there's somebody out there who listens to those.
I didn't mean it.
All right, our mass divorce is coming up on Friday. Thanks to 1-800-DIVORCE. If you're interested, you can reach out to us. I mean, you probably need to do that like today or tomorrow, like ASAP. Really, if you're interested.
I don't know.
I was told yesterday this morning is the deadline.
This is the deadline. All right. So you got what till 10 a.m.
And I would make it snappy. I'm
All
not
right.
in the mood.
Beefwater's not into it. 1059thebrew.com. Hang on.
1, 2, 3. And now, Brews Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, any attempt to blaze those Nuggets in Denver last night were completely extinguished early in this one, as the Blazers didn't show that true defensive form that we've seen out of them. I mean, they scored just fine, but at the end of the day, you give up 146 points. It's going to be hard to win games, even though I do like to see the spread of points across the team. Donovan Clingan having a good game, 21 points off the bench, but at the end of the day, it's just not enough as they get clobbered by the Nuggets. Also, Luka Doncic. Guy had not played any basketball since Christmas Day when he suited up with the Dallas Mavericks, but of course, under the lights in Los Angeles last night against Utah. He played a shortened stint of 24 minutes, but scored 14 points en route to the 132-113 victory. And it's different in LA. You know, stars are in the house, the lights are turned down low, and Luka seemed to eat it right up. This is the future we're looking at right here. He talked about the experience.
Special, man. The way they received me, everybody, teammates, front office, everybody here. I heard a lot of noise when I was introduced, so I really appreciate it. It was a special moment.
Now, you know how much ESPN already loves LeBron James. It's going to be Lakers PSN right now. It's not going to be anything but that until the end of basketball season. Good luck. There's your sport.
Thank you much. All right, coming up next, we're going to play Real News or Fake News for your chance at tickets to go see comedian and actor Ben Schwartz. He's a funny guy, man. He's the voice of Sonic. He's been in a lot of TV shows. I think he's like one of the funniest dudes. He always steals whatever show and movie he's in, I feel like. He's super good.
He's got a lot of energy, too.
He does. He's going to be at the Cowlitz Ballroom at Elon A in May, and you could be there too. We need callers 10 and 11 right now. 866-445-1059. Gonna play Real News or Fake News, where I read off some headlines. Some are real, some are completely made up. You just got to figure out which one is which to win the tickets. We'll play that after Simple Minds. Happy Tuesday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. All right, Beefwater is super annoyed today since we can't get a hold of one of the guys who says he was going to get a divorce on Friday.
He even came on the show.
He came on the show and he told us a story about being married for a super long time, having to go to prison for a little bit. While he was in prison, his wife cheated on him. When he got out, he hooked up with her sister, and they've been together ever since. That was 12 years ago.
It was one of those things where when he submit to be a part of the mass divorce, he was like, "You guys are never going to believe this."
Yeah.
Like, so it's not like we put him up to it or anything.
Yeah.
He wanted to do this.
He reached out to us. His name was Jason. He reached out to us and was like, "I would love to get a divorce." And now we can't get a hold of him. And there's still we still have like 4 other people looks like signed on, but it's just frustrating.
It's really harshing our mellow.
Yeah, because I was excited for that, and I want to see as many couples start their new life as possible. You know.
Yeah. And since it's the home stretch, we kind of picked them, locked it in, and so hopefully, that phone of his with its weird
he screwed us.
callback message.
He screwed us.
No, I feel like I
We're still going to do the mass divorce.
I kind of want to give him the
tell
benefit
He's
of the
scared.
doubt. Like this, maybe something happens.
Because I sent him an email yesterday. I said, "Hey man, just curious if you're still interested in the divorce. If you're not, just let me know either way. No big deal. Just let me know either way."
Yeah,
And
that's all you
darkness. I didn't get an email back.
Crickets.
So maybe he, like you said, he's up in the mountains and he's like,
Okay,
he just can't get connected to the internet.
sure.
I hope.
Probably what it is.
But it's the weirdest message from the phone. I mean, had to look it up and be like, what is that even?
Yeah, so I don't know. If you're interested in getting a divorce, Goldberg Jones, 1-800-DIVORCE. We'll take care of it Friday morning, but you have until like the end of the show today, 10 a.m.
Yeah, we need
to let us know.
Toot sweet.
Because we got to get the paperwork all settled. And we're looking for uncontested divorces. It's people who've been separated for a long time and just haven't gotten around to it.
They need this or they really want this.
Yeah, so if you're arguing over who gets the dog, who gets the house, no, that's not going to work.
No.
We need
Like,
everyone
peace
to
out,
be
let's party.
chill. Yeah.
Save yourself thousands of dollars. And, 1-800-DIVORCE will take care of it. And when they take care of it, it'll be done right.
That's right.
And you're not going to have to go back later and like fix some paperwork that was messed up. They're really good about it. So, yeah. You can go to the website, 1059thebrew.com. You can click on the page to get involved or just reach out to us directly this morning.
Yeah.
If
we're
you
in
want
the
to divorce.
0 hour.
Yeah.
This is time. If you hadn't heard it before, you were wishing you'd got in.
Yeah.
The door is creaked open.
Drew, you and Amy, everything's fine? You don't have to.
I'll call her here in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
see
see
how
if
she's
we can't
feeling.
work something out.
I know you guys been together for what, like 11, 12 years? Married, I mean.
For 14 years.
14
It'll be
years.
14 in July.
Well, you know what they say, that 14-year itch.
Yeah, well, right now we're in the unlucky year. So maybe 13's the magic number to crash
Okay.
it to the... They say you get past 13,
Smooth sailing?
you'll likely get through 14.
Okay.
All right, yeah. But anyway, Bacon and Beer is coming up Friday. Bacon and Beer, Love Stings 2, Electric Boogaloo at McMenamin's Old Church and Pub in Wilsonville. So we will see you there. Let's do this.
It could be real or complete bullshit.
You are fake news.
This is Tanner, Drew, and Laura's Real News or Fake News.
All right, I'm going to read off some news headlines. Some are real, some are completely made up. You just got to point out which is which to win the tickets to go see comedian and actor Ben Schwartz, who is the voice of Sonic. A really funny guy. Let's go to, I believe, Ray. Ray calling from Portland. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning.
How's it going with you, brother?
Pretty good. Well, a little cold and chilly outside, but
Yes.
for the most part, I'm inside right now. So
I think this
good.
is the coldest it's been in the morning. Like my thermostat said 28 degrees. That's the coldest I've seen it. so
My
far.
watch says 23 right now.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
dude.
and it feels like it.
Do you read the paper? Do you watch the news? Do you know what's going on in the world?
Somewhat from time to time, not avidly, but
All right.
5 o'clock news.
All right.
Definitely check in now and then.
What's the last current event that you can remember?
Current event. You mean disaster event or
Just like
any current event.
anything happening in the world today.
Oh, well then, I can't think of anything right now. I'm drawing a blank.
Wow.
Well, because it's all kind of doom and gloom, so we don't want to bring this shit
Like,
down
well, yeah,
anyway.
there was like a 3-car pile up, mass casualty.
Yeah, well, you should do really well in this
I'm
game.
sorry.
You should do really well.
It just dawned on me. Super Bowl just happened, so
there it is.
that was
That's true.
a lot of talk after the halftime. But, okay.
All right, you got to get 3 out of 5 to win. It's time for a fun round of real news or
Fake news.
All right, Ray.
Fake. Okay, thanks.
Real or fake, my friend? Cat disappears for a month, returns with a small handwritten note in a foreign language.
Oh, that's got to be real.
Is that a real story?
Oh.
Sorry, that is a fake story, my friend.
Come on, Ray. Cats don't have thumbs.
This
Ray,
cat is pretty smart. 0-1.
Real or fake, Ray? Power is out for an entire country of Sri Lanka because of a monkey that touched a transformer.
Whoop.
Oh, jeez. I'm going fake on that one.
Is that a fake story?
Oh, no, Ray.
Ray.
It's a real story, dude. Monkey touched a transformer. How bad is the equipment there?
Man, and you just have to touch
Yeah, no
it.
kidding.
You get one more wrong, you got to listen to us give your tickets to somebody who did absolutely nothing.
Bummer.
All right.
Scientists discover plant that appears to sing when exposed to certain frequencies of light.
Man, you guys have been duping me all along. I'm going to go with real.
Is that a real story?
Oh,
Sorry,
Man.
that is a fake story.
And you got to tell everyone you lost on a singing flower question.
that would have been cool,
That's a
though.
lie.
All right, now you got to listen to us give your tickets to somebody who did nothing, and that person is Greg. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning.
Hey, dude, you just got tickets to go see comedian Ben Schwartz.
Heck yeah.
Man, at least
Sorry for your luck, man.
at least he didn't get his hopes up.
Yeah, right.
0-3.
I blame it on the monkey. Blame it on the monkey.
Yeah,
is
the
the
monkey
monkey's
got on touch the transformer.
All right, Ray, you can play again tomorrow if you like, but Greg, hang on the phone. We'll get your information, and we'll see you at the Ben Schwartz show in May. So I don't know if you are dating. I know Drew's married. Laura is dating. I am kind of dating.
Looking for love over here.
Yeah, I date here and there. I kind of hate dating,
It's the worst.
but
Yeah.
I do go on dates. But there's a list here of the top icks that scare off daters in new relationships, like a list of top icks. And since Valentine's Day is coming up on Friday, I figure this is something we should share.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Love is in the air here in February.
What not to do on your first date.
Nearly 3/4, apparently 71% of singles who are actively dating are avoiding dates around Valentine's Day because it might feel awkward and a bit cringy.
Yeah.
It's also an unnecessary expense if you're not already dating someone. You know, it's like everybody in a relationship has to do something for their partner, or should. So if you're not already taking that bullet, why not shuck off another week? Right? Like you pick up a girlfriend on February 9th, and then all of a sudden you're just getting cooked.
Yeah, you've been dating
Yeah.
somebody for a week.
14th?
It's like, do I have to get her something?
A survey found that a lot of people avoid getting into relationships because of that. They say that according to this new survey, about 2,000 adults, 56% of those dating someone new actually avoid making Valentine's Day plans so they don't seem too eager, too thirsty.
Okay. And also, who wants to go out on Valentine's Day? Like, unless you absolutely have to, like, it's a mess. Especially if Valentine's Day is on a Friday this year. Good luck getting a reservation.
Oh, my God.
Like,
Oh,
just
you're
wait.
done.
Yeah.
We never go to a restaurant on Valentine's Day. There's been times where you like stop at a food cart or
Sure.
something like that. You pivot, but that is sudden death to go sit in a lobby.
Happy Valentine's Day, babe. You want a big bite?
Yeah, now a big bite
Ooh, that
sounds
actually
good.
Some of that
pretty good.
squirt cheese.
But
Oh.
sitting in the lobby of Olive Garden with a vibrator in your pocket, waiting to get called for 2 hours, I don't know. I can't do it.
More than half, 54% of people think it's hard for daters to find the right balance between too much and not enough when it comes to Valentine's Day. Because you never really know. That person might want a lot. They might want nothing.
Well, that's why I think you have that conversation first.
Yeah.
You know, the older I get, the more I'm like, let's just talk about it. Like, let's take out the guesswork. It's like, do you want flowers? Yeah, I like flowers. Okay, cool. Do you want chocolates? No? Okay, then we won't do that. You know?
Some are skipping presents for the holiday. About 43% say they're not buying a gift for their partner or their date this year. Just not doing it.
Okay. I mean,
I'm buying Amy things, but I'm buying her some essentials. Like, you know, she picked out a mat that she liked, that she showed me online that she can put in her kitchen that has like strawberries on it. So like something she would get anyway that I'm going to get for her. Or like, it sounds funny, but the Costco pack of the expensive razors for her legs.
Yeah, I got
You
my
know, like-
ex-girlfriend tampons and soap, and I thought it was a really good gift.
Honestly, that's but the razors. In all seriousness, that's a gift for you too, Drew.
No, I don't shave with a razor.
No. I'm talking about her legs being smooth. Is a gift for you.
That is a gift for me as well. But she uses the man razor, and they're not cheap.
That's true.
49% believe Valentine's Day gifts are tacky. 29% believe they'd feel disappointed if their partner didn't plan anything for it. Of course, some presents are more appreciated than others. They say more than half, about 55%, say an engagement ring, and 49% are unhappy to unwrap some undies.
Man, I feel like the excessive jewelry for Valentine's Day is a little bit much. Like, if you're so loaded that it doesn't matter, that's fine, but that's a high expectation to have, like, birthday, Christmas, Valentine's that hard. Like,
right.
Oh, anniversary. Like, you just keep pounding the flesh. Oh, Mother's Day. Wham. Like,
yeah, Valentine's Day.
Take it down a notch.
It's such a Hallmark holiday anyway. It's like, I don't know, beyond going out to dinner and just like hanging out with your significant other one-on-one, like that should be the date.
And I feel like a lot of people have been married for a long time. It's like a holiday for kids. It's like a holiday for teenagers.
Well, you also, if you're smart, you can get yourself like a do-it credit. You know,
like, totally. I
like,
mean,
you know, we
yeah.
got to prove that we love each other.
Right.
You know, so that there's always a silver lining.
I'm really hoping that let's do it credit is like a physical ticket.
Yeah,
Like
that
a
was
Post-it
like
note.
From the coupon
well, because I
book.
want them.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
them printed out because you know you'll forget about them.
Yeah.
I want my
There's
ticket.
someone
Like, wait, hold on.
Somewhere in this pocket.
Someone on TikTok selling Pound Town tickets. It's literally a red ticket that says one ticket to Pound Town.
Maybe I don't know how Amy would respond if I gave her a roll of those, but
And you can use that anytime.
I'll try.
Like, I don't like.
Yeah, I bought a pack. I'll hook you up with some.
don't know.
You'll slip some in with the
Welcome to
strawberry
Pound
mat.
Town.
I feel like I don't remember ever giving these to you. That's weird that you have these just in your pocket.
Just keep them with me.
The survey also reveals the top things that can scare someone off in the early stages of a relationship. I'm just going to fire through these real quick. Number 10 is making really elaborate, over-the-top Valentine's Day plans. 9 is filling their social media with photos of the two of you together, like when you first started hanging out.
Yeah, you gotta hold off on that.
Referring to their pet as ours, like when
Ew,
walking
no,
the dog.
No.
Leaving a toothbrush at their place on the second date.
Nah.
Asking another person to meet their parents. Dude, someone asked me to do that after hanging out with them for like a day or two. She goes, come inside and meet my mom and dad.
Greg, a little early.
I mean,
I
feel
did it,
like
and it was weird.
Yeah, I feel like if it just happens, that's one thing. But making plans to like, okay, come over for dinner and meet my parents. No,
I thought I was just dropping her off, but no, I got.
Come on in. We gotta vet you.
Number 5 is calling the other person your soulmate. A little too early.
See, yeah, anytime you're like looking way down the line, I would be shuddering early like that.
Telling people you're officially a couple when you're still in the talking stage.
man. But sometimes the talking stage
Takes
lasts
a little
long
Yeah.
time.
And you know, one out of the two is normally dragging their feet
Exactly.
into
It's like the reason
relationship zone.
The reason it's taking so long is because it's never going to get to the next stage. Spoiler alert.
Let's hang out tonight, but not in a relationship.
Number 3 are top things that can scare someone off in the early stages of a relationship is saying I love you very early on. Number 2 is talking about moving in together before you've even seen their home. And number 1, picking out baby names.
Okay, this is all common knowledge stuff.
That's what I
right?
thought,
Like
yeah.
nobody's really
You
doing that
weirdo!
stuff on a first day.
Yeah, you know, some people are desperate though.
Unless it was like, I don't know. Unless you're so sure. Like, unless you're both on the same page and you know it.
Well, the problem
That's
is
just-
whoever
It's
does
like, oh,
these
we're banging
things
tonight.
Whoever does these things feels that way. They feel like you're the one, but it's like
That's true.
I've
and
been here for
usually-
4 hours.
Ah, that's
But
so
it's got to every once in a
awkward.
while happen where 2 of those people meet.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
I mean,
sometimes
you,
it's just
you,
one,
You
but-
always hear people who are like, I knew from the day that I met you
And those
that I'd
people
be
make me
with you
sick.
forever.
Those people make me want to vomit.
Same.
Anyway, happy
It's-
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better for those things to happen organically.
Yeah. Details on how to win $1,000 from us right here. Listen to this.
The big story.
It's time for the big story, where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Who wants to go first?
I could go.
All right.
This is pretty wild. Elon Musk already owns just about everything, but he's making a $92 billion bid for the controlling interest in OpenAI. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but it's actually a startup that he helped found a long time ago, and now he wants to control it.
Him and that guy who runs OpenAI are beefing.
And it also seems like there had been an attempt to take over ChatGPT before that was turned down. So I don't know what the future of this stuff is, but it's highly frightening. And the fact that Eli, he's got the space stuff, he's got the Tesla stuff, and then whatever companies that aren't at the surface level, 92 billion, nothing to blink an eye at. We'll see what happens moving forward.
Right.
Yikes. I think the big story is that Lyft is now joining the robo-taxi game. The rideshare service announced that it's looking to launch an autonomous vehicle fleet sometime next year. It's used by Intel to power the cars, and Dallas will be the first market to feature them. Of course, if you recall, Drew, I think you told the story of that Waymo vehicle, or the ones that, was that the one where the guy got
stuck,
locked inside of it or
and
whatever,
it was
and they were
driving in
driving
circles.
around. Yeah, I'm not sure why they haven't mastered this technology yet before sending them out into the world. But Uber, Waymo, and now Lyft is joining the fleet. So something to look forward to in the near future.
I think the big story is a recent scientific review suggests that major sporting events like the Super Bowl may influence birth patterns. The study found that these events can lead to an increase in birth rates and affect the male-to-female birth ratio approximately 9 months later, which is a fancy way of saying that the championship games leads to a lot of people getting frisky.
Especially if your team wins.
Yeah.
Like, yay.
Or if it's just a boring game, you need to spice things up, which Sunday
people are
had
drinking,
happened.
feeling frisky.
Yeah, by halftime, you might be getting it.
The researchers propose that the intense emotions and national unity generated during specific sporting events might contribute to these demographic changes. For instance, heightened excitement following a team's unexpected victory or a country's first time hosting a major tournament could lead to increased sexual activity, resulting in a baby boom.
Okay.
And nothing I like more than hearing that football could be a turn on.
Yeah,
we could
like,
really mesh these.
You hear that?
Yeah, let's put these two worlds together.
I like that. More on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. While you're there, enter this hour's keyword for your chance to win $1,000. Here's this hour's keyword. All right, we want to talk about inventions that you never get sick of. The reason we want to talk about this is something Beefwater brought up yesterday, but the guy's, he's really sour today because of just behind the scenes stuff.
Doing a lot of planning.
Yeah. And like we told him we'd talk about this at 8, and then
MIA.
Yeah. We call him.
We're just in whenever you're ready, beef mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's his deal?
We'll just wait.
Yeah, we're not doing a live radio show or anything. But yeah, we want to talk about inventions you're not sick of. Like
Hello.
Oh, hey. Clear your throat?
Hello.
Oh, hi. Yeah, we're talking about your topic. Are you going to come in here or what?
Yes, I can do that. Give me 1 minute.
We're live now.
Yeah, I realize that, but I am here. So hang tight.
Run your pudgy ass down here.
Run.
This will be the second time he ran this morning.
Yeah.
And earlier, it took him the entire break to catch his
It's the
breath.
most he's ran in 2 years.
Take your time. If you got to stop at the corner and breathe.
Yeah, well, we can wait 1 minute just for you don't go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, that would really put a damper on the segment.
Is he running?
I don't know. I don't think so. Sounds like maybe he's walking briskly.
I think he does a speed walk. Beefwater doesn't really run.
Yeah. The legs are going, but it's not high knees.
Well, take your sweet time.
Do some butt kickers.
How
while
big
you're at
is
it.
this building?
I mean, it's pretty big. Drew. I mean, it's like a
decent size.
labyrinth. He may have gotten turned around.
If he would have
lost,
picked it up to a quick jog, he would have been here.
Oh,
already.
yeah. I would have been in here in a second.
No,
There's no way.
he's in like the opposite corner of the building.
He
though,
could
to
have.
be fair.
We could do a test, and I guarantee you Drew could make it here in 10 seconds.
Drew is a
I could do it too.
skilled athlete.
I'm not a skilled athlete, and I still could do it in at least 15 seconds.
Hey, we should do a contest.
The fact that it's been 45 minutes.
Where the hell? Why? Did you just take your sweet time?
Of course he did.
Did you really stop and breathe?
I was talking to Mike Simpson for a second.
Oh my God!
You finished your conversation?
Listen, no, I was at my desk, and then I took off down the hall, and then he came in, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on? How you doing?" I said, "I'm on my way."
Okay, nobody cares.
Oh my God!
Here we are. Listen, you bothered me.
We had this.
You told us. I told you we were going to talk about this at 8
I was
o'clock.
helping you do your job.
All right.
And I'm trying to do mine.
I swear to God, I want to.
I
I
swear
want
to God,
to
you
throat
wanna-
punch him.
Out there doing
Wanna
coffee
throat
talk.
punch him. All right, Beefwater, tell us about inventions you're not sick of. You brought this up yesterday.
yeah.
You were talking about an invention that you're not sick of yet, or you're very happy it exists.
Yes. Yesterday, I thought to myself when I hit the auto start on my car, how great this invention was. Whoever came up with it, I'll never grow tired of it. It's
Especially in the
beautiful
wintertime,
thing.
man. It's like the best thing ever.
You look outside and it's your car is just covered in ice.
Yeah.
You can hit a button and you can finish doing what you're doing.
In
go back
Detroit,
out and it's ready to
I would
roll.
have died without it because I had to turn my car on like 30 minutes before I left.
Yeah.
Have you tried the little trick with your
I tried it, but I
key
couldn't get it to work, so I needed to talk to Amy
fob?
to figure it out.
Tap, hold.
Tap, hold. All right, I'll
Tap,
try it again.
tap, hold, and it'll start.
Apparently, my
for
car's got it. I just didn't know it.
Yeah. There's definitely a weird like I have to lock mine first and then hit it. And then
Tap,
yeah, well,
tap,
which
hold.
makes sense because you don't want. I mean, I guess your keys aren't in it, so nobody would be able to drive off.
Yeah.
But
Friday morning, that tap, tap, hold might come in because we're going to be up earlier than normal.
I just think it's a beautiful invention. Whoever thought of it, it's great. You don't got to leave the keys in your car for one, and I just love going out and getting into a warm car.
To
It's
piggyback
fantastic.
on that, I think the person who invented seat warmers and steering wheel warmers are
yes.
also genius.
God,
Yes.
that
And
seat
should be given an
warmer,
award.
This morning in particular, it was the one thing that got me here.
have you ever met somebody who doesn't like the seat warmer because it makes them feel like they've peed their pants?
Oh no.
I've had
I've
friends
heard
say
that
like it makes
from-
my feel like my butt's getting sweaty.
Well, I don't leave it on high. Like I'll turn it on high to warm it up, but then I switch it to low because I don't want to cook my crack.
I leave my crack just nice and steamed.
It's just I'm coming here clean. I don't want to cook crack for you guys.
Dude, my lower back just appreciates it. Every day on my drive home or here, that seat cooker is on, and I don't
It's
care
on
how
full
sweaty
blast.
it gets. Yeah,
I
whatever.
like-
Sweatier the better.
Sometimes
baby.
it gets a
That
little
means
too,
relief.
it gets a little too hot. Like sometimes I'll accidentally turn it on in the summer.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm like,
like-
why
Oh, yeah,
am
no,
I
like,
sweating bullets
what?
here?
And
like
I also
a
feel
drink
like
will click it or something.
yeah, and I know newer cars have like the 3 levels now. Mine only has 2, and I'm like the 3rd level that's too much. We didn't need the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm a
Did not.
2-level
Does
old
this look
school.
does this look like a blister on my back?
Yeah, right.
It's got boiled.
What invention are you just grateful for? That you grateful that it exists? You know, Casey Beefwater Bay loves the remote start on your car. It is great, especially in the wintertime. What is something that you're just like, I couldn't live without this invention? 866-445-1059. Laura, I can tell you've got something on your mind.
I
What
do,
is it?
but I can't say it on the radio. I mean,
Does it require two AA batteries?
Mine plugs in, but yes.
Okay.
It's actually 1C battery.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So I mean, but you're picking up what I'm throwing.
All
down.
right, yeah, I get it.
It's a life-changing device.
And that's what you came up with, the whole world of inventions.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I guess you could.
I mean,
gets the stress out.
You've never experienced.
You could stir a
this,
protein shake with it too in a pinch.
That's true.
Dear Hitachi, I would like to thank you for your marvelous engineering.
What about you, Drew? Is there something that you're like, dude, I am so grateful for this?
So I don't know if it, for me, there's things that blow me away. I mean, that's what I was kind of in the lane of in my mind. Like, I don't need it, but like, the fact that cruise control exists is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, now I when I try it, I tend to get distracted. And so, like, I kind of need to push the pedal. But I had never even used my cruise control till I was, like, in my mid-20s. And then you turn it on, and this thing's just driving the car for you. Now cars are, you know, like in the news earlier, cars are driving themselves. But that was the start, that cruise control, baby.
Yeah.
And it's still a sexy thing.
In the lane of driving, I also think the backup camera. I can parallel park like a champion.
Side cam.
That is a great invention.
So
dude,
nice.
The backup camera.
And like your 4Runner probably has this, Tanner. When you park, you just push a button and it shows you like the overhead view of your car parked perfectly.
Yeah.
I love that.
What's an invention that you are grateful for? You're happy it exists. 866-445-1059. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
Hey, the inventions. How about Google Maps?
Dude, yes.
yes.
Because what would we do? Like, can you imagine us still doing like MapQuest?
Dude, remember how
before that,
messed up
remember
Thomas guy.
Yeah, that was my dad.
Yeah, Thomas guy. I was a delivery driver like 23 years ago, and freaking trying to get all over a town you've never been in.
Oh,
trying to figure out where a street is. Oh, Maps is a genius.
It was a book of maps that when you got to the end of the page, you had to, like a choose your own adventure, go to like, okay, 31C, and then you would have to change and continue. How are you supposed to do
driving
that while driving
Yeah,
a moving truck? Unbelievable.
Yeah, no kidding.
The satellites in the sky helping us with GPS and the cell phones, like that's gotta be up on high on the list too, right? Because most of us would be in the middle of the
100%.
woods without it. Because I honestly, I used to have a good sense of direction, but I think the maps and everything has screwed it up because I don't know where I am.
It's just like
I have no idea where I am
It's
anymore.
like autocorrect and like, you know, fixing your spelling. It's like I used to be a good speller.
Yeah, right.
But now I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
count on technology
But
to
not
do
only
it for me.
does the map tell you where to go, it also tells you how long it's going to take you to get there, if
True.
you're going to encounter any
Yep.
setbacks or
Speed,
traffic.
speed limit cameras,
like,
red
it's
light
amazing.
cameras. It tells you what the speed limit
Cops.
is. It's
Great.
it's nice.
All right, dude. Thanks. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, bro.
What technology are you happy exists? Are you super grateful for? More of your calls coming up here in just a second. You can also shoot us a talkback through the iHeartRadio app. Download it for your cell phone. Real fast, I want to tell you about my friends at the Advocates real quick. If you've ever been injured in an accident, you need to write this website down, advocateslaw.com. Because you already know the insurance companies, they're not your friend. You're just a number to them. It actually hurts their bottom line to pay you out. Even when they tell you they'll take care of you. But when push comes to shove, they like to really be a pain in the you-know-what. So reach out to Ken and Donnie over at the Advocates because they're going to make sure that you get paid everything that you deserve because that's all you're asking for. Advocateslaw.com. Reach out to them. Tell them your story. Even if you're not sure if you have a case, tell them your debacle. They'll be able to point you in the right direction either way. They've gotten over $100 million for their clients, and they want to make sure that you are taken care of. So if you've been injured in an accident, you need to just focus on your recovery, not dealing with the insurance companies. Let the Advocates deal with that, all right? Advocateslaw.com. That's advocateslaw.com. All right, take some advice from someone who's already won $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. If you see a strange number, you should pick it up.
You know what? I wasn't going to answer it at first, but my wife said, "What if that's the radio? And you won." So I picked it up, and it was the radio station. I plan to use the money in Vegas.
Nice. It's a good way to use that money.
Yeah. Put it on black.
This hour's keyword is cash. You've got until 9 o'clock this morning to get it in. 1059thebrew.com is the website. As soon as you get there, enter the keyword cash, and you could score $1,000. Drew's got sports coming up next. What do you have?
Blazers on the road in Denver, first of two. We'll tell you how it went.
That's coming up right after Blink. It's 8:28.
One, two, three. And now, Brew Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, the Blazers got kind of put in their place last night by the Denver Nuggets, who are a powerhouse. This is the team who's going to make a deep run in the playoffs, but I thought maybe there'd be an opportunity after Jamal Murray was ejected from the game, but that opportunity dried up quickly. When Jokic wants to yoke, you better watch out, dude, because it's Yoki Doki time. Guy was hitting shots from everywhere. He's just a 7-foot Larry Bird, basically, with a little spice of Arvydas Sabonis from back in the old Blazer days. Dude is incredible. No wonder he's hoisted multiple trophies. More of it last night, 146-117. The Blazers will look to bounce back and lock down that defense a little bit tomorrow night when they take on Denver again on the road. And finally, Laura, you were talking about who's going to watch the Super Bowl. What were the numbers going to be? Did you see this?
Yes.
Looks like Fox Sports is projecting a Super Bowl record with an average audience of 126 million viewers.
Wow.
Now, that's up from a year ago where it was 123.7. The game sucked. They said it peaked on viewers at the second quarter. Makes about sense, right? Like, people checked out the halftime show, and a lot of people probably did not come back after that.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, Laura, you're not probably entirely on the other side of this, because this all can be partially attributed to the way Nielsen has changed their television ratings. They're now rating every out-of-home viewer that they have, and they used to only do 65% of the major markets in the country. So you think about now they just have a bigger pot, which means it probably was down, just improved numbering systems.
They're not going to let us know that because they need to sell the advertising next year.
More. This is a record, baby. $9 million a spot. There's your sports.
It's such a crappy game, though.
It was
what a
weak.
Boresville of a game. Like,
and imagine you bought third quarter advertising.
They were showing footage from people like in the stands, and third quarter people were checked out, looking at their phones. People weren't paying attention to the halftime show. Like, people there didn't care, and you spent like $12,000 to be there.
Right. And that's without all the stuff you did all week leading up to it.
But yeah, it was such a boring game. It's just better when it's like one team scores, the other team scores, the other team scores. You know, like I like it when it's like that, when you're sweating.
Comeback, something.
I feel like you're going to have a heart attack. Those are the good games.
Exactly.
Yeah, the games that give me anxiety.
Yeah, that's good. All right, this hour's keyword. You've got until 9 o'clock to get it in to win $1,000. The keyword is cash. Log on right now, 1059thebrew.com, and enter the keyword cash. You could score some cash. Also, we want to know, what inventions are you very grateful for? You're just super stoked that this invention exists. What is that thing? Tell us after Joan Jett. All right, what inventions are you grateful for? That's
yeah, that's right, though.
What inventions are you just stoked that exist? Beefwater is he came in here to the studio yesterday. He's like, and he was dead serious. Like, I'm just super, super happy that remote starts, keyless, the remotes, the key fobs exist.
Auto starts.
The auto starts.
Remember the day you had to go out there and scrape it?
Yeah.
And that was a whole 20-minute endeavor.
And I don't know, Laura, you grew up in Detroit. I lived there for 2 years. I can only imagine what it was like before that. You had to go out there and turn your car around.
Here's the thing, though, I don't even remember it being a thing. I'm sure it was annoying, but it's it was just so common.
Yeah.
That you just don't even think about it. I do remember the first car that I had a remote start in, and I just thought it was the coolest, most high-tech thing. It was life-changing.
I still have no remote start, so I do that thing you're talking
I don't
about. We
have
have
one
many
either.
fewer days to do it. But I remember the first time I ever saw a remote start, a buddy of mine that I met in college, he had a truck and he let me borrow it. And the fact that he's like, yeah, hit that button in the room, and you heard it go outside. I honestly thought I was in Back to the Future.
Yeah, you feel like it's Knight Rider or something.
Yeah, this is like year 2000 or something. The thing was so next level.
Yeah.
Here we are in 25. I still don't have one.
We got some text messages coming in. What invention are you super stoked exists? This one comes from 3842. They say, forget remote start. I use an engine block heater.
Yeah, that's a very common thing in the Midwest, and you'll see if you ever see a cord sticking out of somebody's the grill.
It's to
There's
keep
a
it from
little-
freezing
you
up.
plug it
right?
into it, and there's a little block warmer in there to keep. Yeah.
I don't feel like right here in this area you need a block warmer.
No, it's like when you're in Minnesota and you got 9 weeks of 30 below.
0295 says, running water. I'm very grateful that exists. I lived in an Alaskan village where there was no running water for the first 10 years. People would cry when we turned on the water to their house.
It's crazy that just this morning I was thinking about it because it was so cold. I was thinking, like, how great is it that we have a controlled plumbing system to where the water comes right into the house and isn't frozen even though it's 23 degrees out.
Or just simply controlled air. Because can you imagine, like, the people who lived in the Midwest and had to deal with the cold, or the people who lived in Mexico and had to deal with the heat? Like I can't imagine. Arizona. I can't. How do they live?
Dude,
Honestly,
when I lived there. Go ahead, Laura.
I was just going to say, when I was in Santa Fe, I went to this national park called Bandelier. It's like a national monument, but it's cave dwellings. And I was freezing, and I was bundled up. And these people, I mean, granted, this is like 500-700 years ago, but they lived in the elements, just in these caves, outside. I'm like,
Tougher
how
than us,
did
that's for
people
sure.
survive?
I mean, I guess your body does adapt a little bit. When I lived in Detroit, I remember it would get so cold that when 32 degrees came along, I'm like, oh, this feels warm. This feels nice. So you do adapt to it. But I don't know how they did it.
Yeah.
There's people dying left and right. We got more talkbacks, text messages in just a second. First, let's go to One-Eyed Sean. Good morning, One-Eyed Sean.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Hey, I want to say in regards to everything with my car wreck and losing my left eye, whoever came up with how to hand make and design a prosthetic eye so that people look completely normal, I think that's absolutely flipping awesome.
Yeah, and so what is that? Just a glass eye you put in there?
Well, it's actually made out of plastic, to be honest with you.
Because I was
That's
thinking if
smarter.
it is glass, like if they drop it, it just shatters, and then what?
I bet he's bounced that thing down a hallway or two.
Yeah, the plastic one, you can play ping pong with
And
it.
it's not like
Have you ever played beer pong with that?
Stop.
Well, Sean, I was
No,
happy to do that
actually,
for you.
But I have dropped it in the sink when I was cleaning it before.
Oh,
And it's not like a
Sturdy.
sphere, right? It's not perfectly round. It's like flat-ish. Is that correct?
No, it's actually shaped like an isosceles triangle. Not all three sides are the same length, and it's concave on the inside where it sits on top of an ocular ball that the doctors put inside my eye.
God.
What about the actual
wow.
socket? Do you have to clean your socket out, or do you just have to clean the eyeball?
Oh, that I can't. Just the prosthetic.
Okay, I was
They
thinking like you had to get like a hose and like wash it out,
Put
wash
a
out the
little
dust.
Listerine in there.
Oh, come on.
Once it burns, you know it's working.
Okay.
Rub some Bengay on a divot.
Yeah, you don't want gingivitis in your eye hole.
Well, dude, that's crazy and insightful, I suppose.
Insightful, yes, you could say.
Well, yeah. I mean,
halfway.
It's better than having to run around all day the rest of my life with an eye patch on.
No, that is a great invention. There's just there's a politician. I don't know who he is. I think he's in Congress or something, but he's got an eye patch. And it just reminds me of that character from Ice Age. And I'm like, take that, get a glass eye for God's sakes. It's 2025 and you look like a pirate.
The patch is another level.
All right, Sean, we love you, brother.
Hey, love you guys too. Have a good day.
We got text messages coming in on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line at 98197. We want to know, what invention are you grateful for? Are you happy exists? This one from 9414 says, the fleshlight for those lonely Fridays.
Oh, my. Well, Laura can't say much because she already said the female version.
Exactly.
Yeah, I took that already.
Yeah, used in every way.
1880 says, I drive for a living, so I'm super happy about Apple CarPlay.
It is nice when, because my car is ancient, but the car my wife drives, you plug in and it's like Just an extension of your phone is pretty nice.
Let's see. 3842 says, forget that remote start. Oh, I already read that one. 0295, sorry, I already read that one too. Oh, here we go. Another invention I'll never tire of is the back massager, so specifically one that attaches to the chair.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we're missing a massive one. And think about if we didn't have this. Now, it's been around for about 275 years. The flushing toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In our millions of years that this planet's been around, you've only been able to hit that button and make hell disappear for that long.
Right.
You'd have a bucket upstairs. How would your life be?
And they would just throw that over the window seal.
Yeah,
the
we
window
just get a
seal
window going. And
Yeah, but I mean, can you imagine
the flowers that grow below?
That, and also just like, what if you have a neighbor you don't like? Just like the revenge you could get on somebody. Like you just stand
We're
at the
filling
window.
that bucket up to the rim.
No one wants to even pour that bucket.
Ugh.
Thank God for the
true.
flush.
This one, we were talking about seat warmers, how we think those are some of the greatest inventions. Someone says, I love seat warmers, but they make me have to poop.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I could see how they would get
Just
things
starts
moving down
cooking
there.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you spend an all day on the road and just slowly
Seat warmers turning my guts into a crock pot.
2 hours on high and boom. Soup.
This one says, they second your toilet thing. I'm grateful that toilets were invented. I couldn't poop in a hole.
Yeah, I mean, because if anyone's ever been in a true outhouse, a honey bucket's kind of like that, but a true outhouse is like you have to get mentally there.
Dude, I talked to my grandmother about it because, she grew up in a time where there wasn't a bathroom in the house. It was an outhouse, and she would tell me that it'd be cold, middle of the night, cold as balls. She'd have to walk to the outhouse and do her thing. And then after a while, it would fill up, and they'd have to bury it, and then Dad would have to move the outhouse to a different spot.
Yep.
So then eventually you just got poop holes circling your house.
Oh, man, I never thought about the fact that the poop didn't have anywhere to go, so
No,
you
they
just put it in the ground.
I would suppose over time it would probably just go away.
Yeah, so like
build a nice tree there.
my
Have a nice
grandpa's property where he lives, before they had a house there, they had that exact thing you're talking about. And there's probably 5 of those holes around that yard, but they're gone now. It's just dirt hole somewhere. There's a bunch of deuce down there, but that's it's gone. It's amazing what the earth will do. Yeah.
Right. All right, 98197 is our text line, our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line, 98197. Also, we got bacon and beer coming up on Friday. We are looking for a couple more couples to get divorced because one backed out. So if you're interested, send us an email. All the details on B&B right here. Metallica. That's how old radio rock jocks say.
Metallica.
It's Metallica on the brew. Or like back in the day, it'd be like Metallica on the Fox or something.
I'm a fossil.
I'm 98 years old. Metallica.
It's Tal.
Yeah, that's like Craig the Dogface Boy. I feel like that's what he did.
He had to grind.
Well, not to name names, but
Yeah. I thought you were going to name somebody.
no, you already did.
Okay.
I do feel like yesterday, I was listening to the podcast yesterday, and I think you said Vana at one point. Or maybe you just said Nirvana, and the N was quiet.
Oh,
but
and I said it.
I was like,
said it weird.
Vana.
Vana.
Did Tanner say Vana?
We're one step short of Metallica.
Well, I do say things like Alice in Chains, you'll just say like AIC or
Yeah.
or I don't
Or
know.
like if
y'all
it's
shorten
Led Zeppelin,
things.
you say Zeppelin, or if it's a Rolling Stone, you say the Stones.
You got chains coming up.
Yeah, just
Chains.
A chains coming up.
A chain. God.
But there's certain things that you can say to make it sound
Let's just
super
like make
old.
up ridiculous nicknames for every band we play.
Metallica's one of them.
Metallica. Well, I've heard James say that. Hey, it's James from Metallica.
Well, I mean, I
What?
guess
It's-
he's
it's-
allowed to.
Yeah, if he can do it.
But is it really hard to say "ma"?
Yeah, it's really not
It
making
is.
it that much slothier for you.
Anyway, I don't know how we got on that, but
You said Metallica.
Metallica on 105.9 The Brew.
That's right.
What up? It's Chad Tyson. That's our night guy.
Yeah. He's awesome.
All right, we've got some more texts coming in. We wanted to know, what invention are you stoked exists? You're happy. You're so happy this thing exists. You use it every day. Beefwater brought this up because he's just happy that the remote start on your car works.
And this week with all the cold, it's nice.
Awesome. This text from 7154 says, as a contractor, I love battery-powered tools. Can't imagine life without them.
Oh, yeah. Cutting the cord. That must be nice.
It is nice, though, when you think about like a leaf blower. If you wanted to blow the needles out of your garage from the trees, before you'd have to walk in there with a gas engine and fire it up inside your garage. Now you just walk around with one hand, no
Right.
backpack. It's pretty sweet.
This text comes from 8607. It says they're grateful seatbelts exist.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that
Same.
was a game changer. That and the airbag.
They weren't even that, like...
They weren't popular at first. People were like,
Yeah.
what? I'm not wearing that.
Strapped down like
I guess
a lunatic.
they were invented in the 1800s, but they didn't start putting them in cars until like the 1950s. Car manufacturers began adding seatbelts to most passenger cars.
It just kind of blows my mind because did people not get in car accidents before that?
Oh, people just died.
Yeah.
He was going 3 miles an hour and died.
Just haven't come to that conclusion yet. Like some of these older cars, they're made of steel and have no seatbelt. It's just instantaneous torch.
We got a couple of talkbacks. You can send us a message anytime. Just download the iHeartRadio app if you've got a comment or suggestion or complaint. Once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button. You can send a message directly to the studio.
Brew Crew, good morning. Inventions that I'm grateful for just happened to us. Our family this morning realized what an inconvenience the microwave. Oh my God, nobody could warm up their Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, biscuit, whatever the hell, croissant deal. Dude, not cool. Anyways, yeah, guess I'm shopping for a new one. I don't know, gotta research. Thank you guys.
Yeah, luckily microwaves are pretty inexpensive these days.
They've come way down.
You went for like $18.
Yeah, I'm surprised Drew hasn't said the air fryer since that's what he uses to make all of his food.
I will say that is the better invention than anything that's been named this morning. I mean, you think about it. It has changed the game. People can now cook at home the way they eat at a restaurant without having a deep fryer and that smell in their living room.
What invention are you happy exists? Something that you use every day. More of your calls coming up. Your chance at $1,000 though happens right now. All right, Bacon and Beer. Love Stinks 2 Electric Boogaloo is on Friday.
Love stinks too.
Electric Boogaloo.
We're gonna have a master divorce.
It's all going down in Wilsonville, McMiniman's Old Church and Pub in Wilsonville. We will have a mass divorce, but we did find out that somebody dropped off. We can't get a hold of him, actually. It's just the dude who had, he was married for a long time, and then she cheated on him, and then he got with her sister, and they've been together for 12 years, but he's still married to that girl's sister.
Yeah, and he said everybody was on board with this whole thing, but I'm wondering if maybe that wasn't exactly the case.
Yeah, like he just maybe jumped again because we can't get a hold of him now. I've sent him emails.
Yeah,
I've
he's
called him.
screening us hard.
He's fully missing in action. He's MIA, and all we wanted is just like a communication, right?
Yeah,
So
tell us either way whether you're in or out. But I have a feeling at this point he's probably gotten cold feet, or I don't know, maybe he was arrested again.
Something.
I don't know. But if you're interested, we still have a little bit of time left to get involved in the mass divorce, 1-800-DIVORCE. Goldberg Jones is going to take care of this. I mean, we're talking like another hour left. But if you have been married and you guys have been separated and you just never got around to it, maybe you're living together and you're planning to get divorced, you just haven't got around to it. Whatever the reason, if you need a fresh start, if you need to kick things off, we'll help you out with it. We're going to take care of everything. We'll take care of the divorce papers. That the filing costs like $3,000, I think, $3,000 or $4,000.
Yeah, to have somebody look it over and make sure everything is correct costs a couple $1,000s. So that's worth it for sure, because if you fill one thing out wrong, you're up a creek without a paddle.
But it's got to be like Laura's divorce. When her and her ex-husband got divorced, it was, very friendly.
Yeah,
It wasn't
everything
nasty.
Everything was figured out already. It wasn't like we're fighting over the house or the dog or anything like that.
yeah, Laura had already strong-armed him on that part.
Yeah,
So
she
you
took
were-
all the money,
you
but
were-
he kept the dog.
You were good
That's
to go.
not true.
Most of the money.
I wish that would be nice.
But we want. Someone says, "What's his number?" I'll call him. I called him. Someone sent a text. I already called him. Like
And you've tried from multiple angles.
I tried this morning, and it's like
Now, the message that you get can be from not paying a bill. It can be from running out of minutes. It can be blocking a number, but it also can be out of the service area. A weird message, nonetheless, though. I'd never heard that exact one delivered.
So maybe
he could be
Mount Timber, or sorry, Timberline Lodge, Mount Timber.
Mount Timber. That's what they should call it.
Timberline Lodge.
Mount Timber.
But maybe he's up in the mountain or something. I don't know.
I just feel like it's really bad timing when he knew this was going to be happening this week.
Yeah, you really screwed us, pal.
Like, I'm going ice fishing.
I don't think he's snowboarding, you guys. Like, I just have a feeling.
Well, who knows?
Well,
if you're
optimism.
If you're interested in the divorce, we will take care of it, but you've got until 10 o'clock this morning to reach out to us and let us know, all right? Bacon and Beer, though, is happening this Friday. We are doing a mass divorce regardless if this person shows up or not. It's going down at McMiniman's Old Church and Pub in Wilsonville. And if you can, please bring down some canned food to help out the Oregon Food Bank and the people of Wilsonville, all right? All the info on Bacon and Beer, 1059thebrew.com. Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Don't forget, on Friday, Bacon and Beer, we are giving away a trip to Las Vegas to see David Blaine. Someone sent a message this morning going, how do we win that trip? Whoever shows up to Bacon and Beer Friday morning will get a raffle ticket for that trip to Vegas.
Be eligible.
Yeah, so you have to be present to win. If you want to go, we will see you Friday morning between 6 and 10 a.m. at McMenamin's Old Church and Pub in Wilsonville for Bacon and Beer Love Stings 2 Electric Boogaloo. And again, if you can, please bring down some canned food for some people in need. We're commercial free on 105.9 The Brew. 1059 The Brew, Portland's rock station. All right, coming up next, Beefwater will be in studio for another free-for-all.
Yes.
Beefwater's been scouring the internets in the local area, like Portland, Vancouver, Salem, all this, and he's looking for things that people are just giving away. They're not selling them. They're just giving these things away.
$0.
You could be coming up on something this morning.
Right. He'll help you out and let you know about the good deals. Coming up right after Guns N' Roses, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. All right, bacon and beer. Love Stinks 2 Electric Boogaloo is on Friday. We are taking over McMiniman's Old Church and Pub in Wilsonville. Come on out, get some free bacon. Everyone who shows up's got a chance at a free trip to Vegas to see David Blaine. And we're going to have a mass divorce. Also, if you can, I want to reiterate this. If you can, bring down some canned food for some people in need. It's going to help out the Oregon Food Bank. And all this food will stay in Wilsonville for the people of Wilsonville. So 1, 2, 3 cans, whatever you can bring down would be awesome.
And it's an early morning, and you got a lot going on. Like, just throw those cans in the truck, because there's nothing worse than when you get there and you're like, oh,
I forgot.
Bro, and everyone else looks so great with their bag.
Yeah.
And if you break down on the way, you got something to eat.
Yeah,
That's true. That's a
some
good point.
beans.
All the info on bacon and beer online at 1059thebrew.com. All right, Beefwater is in here, and it's time for another free-for-all.
Yes. That music it just sounds like a deal, doesn't it?
It does.
Right?
Beefwater
Things that happen.
loves getting deals on things. He scours the internet for yard sales and estate sales mainly is his thing. But he also will go on those sites that it's just like they offer free stuff. Like, hey, come get this pool table. I need it gone.
Yeah, in exchange for you doing the heavy lifting, you get it for free.
So what Beef has done is scoured the internet looking for those things and put together a list of the coolest free items in the area for you to check out.
Heck yeah, this week we went to the Facebook Marketplace. Everything today on this list is currently up for grabs right now on Facebook Marketplace, starting with a beautiful curb alert up in Vancouver. If you're on the hunt for 3 plastic lawn chairs, 2 old tires, and a metal lockbox, it's all free. It's waiting for you, but you got to take it all.
Yeah, I knew it.
You know the rules.
Yeah.
You're taking the tires, bro.
The tires are the caveat. It's like, oh, you want a metal box?
You
Take
think
the
you don't?
tires.
Yeah, you think you don't need tires? Wait till you get that goat. You're gonna need the tires.
That person's going to drive to the corner and there's going to be 2 tires on the sidewalk when they drop all that
Right.
off.
I just wanted a box, man.
Yeah, that's a sweet metal box.
All right, Portland, I got a 1920s church pew waiting for you right here. It is free. They just need it gone.
Church pew.
They considered burning it, but it just didn't feel right.
I would not burn a pew.
No way.
Yeah, not a good
There's a
idea.
place.
You burn it, not me. Bro.
There's a place in hell waiting for you if you do that.
So take it home, do what you want with it, but they just need it gone. And if you're out in Damascus, hit me up on this grandfather clock, y'all.
Dude, I love grandfather
Need a
clocks.
grandfather clock? They were trying to get $25 for it. Decided, you know what? How about we just lower it down to free and get it on out of here?
Okay.
So Damascus, it's there.
Does it work?
They didn't say it didn't work.
Those
gotta go figure it out.
usually need, there's quite a bit of clocks at my parents' house. They need a lot of maintenance. But if you're a clock person, why not?
Why not?
And
It's
also,
in-
if you get it for free, you can probably afford to have it tuned
yeah,
up.
look, if we
There you
learned
go.
anything from Tom Peterson, free's a very good price.
You're right.
Right? This is true. So if you got a new baby and you're out in Battleground, check this out. I got a hot lead on a free nursing chair.
Oh,
Yes.
wow, really?
Absolutely. They got chairs dedicated just for nursing. I had no idea.
So
I thought you just used a chair.
what's different about it? Is it rock?
It's like a little rocker.
Yeah,
right?
it like rocks, reclines, does that whole thing. One of their other smart-ass kids drew all over the back of it, so it's going to need a little shampoo job.
That's fine.
It's still in good shape. No rips, no tears, no stains, no nothing other than the artwork on the back, which you could probably keep. Maybe that kid's going to grow up to be famous sometime.
That's
you don't
true.
know.
You never know.
Honestly, when you've got a baby, you don't really care what it looks like on the back. Your kid's going to draw on it as soon as they can walk.
That's exactly right. So you got to get out there and get it because they're saying, hey, today or it's going to the dump. So get out there and get it.
Oh.
Valentine's Day is coming up on Friday, as we all know. And if you've got your outfit picked out but you're short on shoes, I got a free pair of chunky black high heels.
Chunky?
Yeah, they got a nice chunky heel on it, like
Yeah.
a square.
Yeah,
And-
no stiletto here.
Yeah, they
Okay.
look like they might
Fat heels.
maybe some suede type of situation. Little black strap number.
What's the size on that? Beef?
8.5.
Oh, bummer.
8.5. What are you looking for?
7.5.
7.5. Look, just stuff some tissue in the heel. And we can make this thing
Look,
work.
I'm not trying to look like a Bigfoot out here.
Some chunky heels.
Yeah,
Could be calling
well-
your name.
I don't know. Back up in Vancouver, if you're a Burgerville fan, guess what? I got a hot lead on a Burgerville Coca-Cola branded umbrella for your backyard.
Umbrella.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say
Wow.
the sign. I wasn't going to
No,
say,
I
let's
would
go
take
pick
that.
that up.
I'd take that. But yeah, if you got a picnic table that you need an umbrella for the sun this summer and you want one that says Burgerville on it, dude, it's waiting for you.
Nice.
Nothing makes you feel more
Here's
budget
the deal.
in your yard.
Look, 2 posts down, somebody's giving away a picnic table. So there's a combo waiting for you if you're willing to cross the bridge into Portland.
Get 'em
You
both.
can get the whole setup.
I'd be
the
afraid
talk of
though.
your neighborhood.
Where'd you get the Burgerville
Look,
umbrella?
I
though?
jacked
Jacked it
deal.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
When it comes to the curb alert, we don't ask questions.
Okay.
You go, you pick it up.
Free,
and that's
no
the end of it.
questions asked in free zone.
And last but not least, the curb alert of curb alerts waiting for you in Milwaukee, up for grabs. Get your pen and paper out. Here we go. It's a queen-size box spring, 2 metal bases for a washer and dryer, 2 clean leather chairs, 2 end tables.
Damn.
Various spare 2x4s, a partial bottle of Powerade, a wooden file cabinet, 2 brass lamps, and one of those walkers with the handbrakes on it that you can turn around and use as a seat if you need to, if you
Do
get
you
tired
have-
in the middle of Freddy's.
Do you have to take all this, or
You know you do, bro.
Got it. You
Even
can't take
taking
one
the
thing.
whole pile.
and
You're
you got
just-
to
you're
take
not
a
just-
knee and crush the Powerade?
Yeah, you're not just coming for the Powerade and leaving.
Listen, you don't put out the showcase showdown of curb alerts and then just let people come and pilfer it like you're at a swap meet.
Look, but does
Yeah,
it?
you gotta
did-
take it all.
Did they tell you what color the Powerade
No,
is?
they told you to bring a truck, is what they told you. You're taking it all.
It's got to be blue Powerade.
All right. If you need a link to any of these things, hit me up, beefwater at 1059thebrew.com. I will get it to you.
There you go.
That's what's up this week.
Thank you, Beefwater. A lot of good stuff in the
dude,
free-for-all.
endless.
A lot of free stuff.
Go get those tires.
I'm telling you, it's wild what's on there. Like, if you need a piano, why would you ever buy a piano? Like,
I've been looking
people are giving away,
online
like all the time.
for both pianos and pool tables because I really want a pool table.
Yeah, you could get one
You
of those.
don't
You just got
want-
to
you
scour.
don't
I
want
do
a-
want
you
one.
don't want a pool
I do want a
table.
pool table.
You
I've wanted
definitely-
one for years.
It's definitely, it's cool, but that piece of slate, it's going to take a bit
Whatever,
of
man. If I need to get rid of it, I'll just do the same thing this
You
guy's
do
doing.
have quite a bit of room in your upstairs living room, so that would be a good place for your pool table.
Yeah.
There's 3 pianos and an organ waiting for you right now on Facebook Marketplace for free.
All right,
You
I'll check
should
this out.
start playing the organ. I think that's chicks dig organ
That's
play.
what I've heard. Yeah.
Speaking of music, I wanted to play you this clip. So, the legendary Kid Rock.
Yeah.
An icon.
An icon, just, American treasure. Kid Rock was on stage over the weekend, I guess. I don't know where he was. Was he in New Orleans? Was he maybe
No, I have no
doing
idea.
a show there for
I
the
don't
Super Bowl? I don't
Just
know.
hammered somewhere.
He's just hammered at some bar, and he's on stage, and it sounds like they're performing a song, and he's trying to get the audience to clap. But the audience isn't I mean, some people are clapping, but
But he wants full participation.
he wants everyone in that place to be clapping.
Of course.
He got so upset because he's clearly drunk. He got so upset that he told the crowd to F off and then stormed off stage.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
So he was performing. He wasn't.
Or he was attempting to.
He was singing, yeah.
If you want to call it
He
that.
had a microphone, if that's what you're saying.
And he wanted, not enough people were clapping for him.
Yeah, here's the clip.
Yeah, he's like.
You know what? Fuck no, you ain't gonna clap?
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I bleeped it and I didn't. Damn it.
He said, "F no, you ain't gonna clap."
Hold on. Let me give me.
can do it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. Give me 2 seconds.
All right, hold on one
I
second.
think I can give you.
Some hold music?
Yeah, I think I can give you some hold music. All right, I think I got it.
All right.
I think I bleeped it.
All right.
Nice.
Just took a second.
I used the restroom too.
I think Casey got his taxes done. Here is the clip of Kid Rock storming off stage. He's trying to get people to clap.
You know what? No, you ain't gonna clap? I'm going.
And he just stormed right off on stage. Now, at one point, he stopped before he walked completely off stage and pointed at the crowd and started yelling again, but you can't hear him.
He's
You know,
He's done. He's had it.
It's like, this is your fault.
But I don't understand why he just asses out like that.
I don't get.
But I also feel like, I mean, can we go back and listen to that? Because I think people were cheering.
Some people were clapping. So,
Yeah.
some people were involved. And I don't understand, you just ruined the mood for everybody.
No,
there.
but I mean, when he left, I think people were like, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Get him out of here.
You know what? No, you ain't gonna clap? I'm going.
Thank you for being done.
That's
Yeah.
when Billy Ray Cyrus came out and saved the show.
Not the most exciting cover also. Going
No,
off.
he-
They're
like,
like, what are you
she-
doing? You're already lullabying everybody to sleep.
She kind of was putting her all into it, it sounded like. Rolling, doing her thing, but he's just like, rolling.
You know, he didn't want to be there anyway.
He's.
You know?
I mean, you watch most videos of him anymore, and he is 3 sheets to the wind. Like one time, he was walking to his car recently, and he was thanking police officers for all the things they do. He was so publicly intoxicated.
Like, you gonna
that,
get in your car and drive home, bro?
You know, each cop's like, "Should we arrest him? He's being
Yeah,
nice, but should we arrest him?" I mean, it's pretty pathetic right now.
Yeah. That's Kid Rock.
He's K-Rock.
Kid Rock.
Rolling.
You know what? You ain't gonna clap? I'm going.
You're not gonna clap?
He's such a baby.
What's funny to me is like he was stewing about this a minute before he like finally just had
Yeah.
enough.
I know.
he's
Right.
like, he's like, they'll start clapping. Dude, where them claps at? If I don't hear a clap in the next 15 seconds, I'm gone.
But like these artists need to understand, like not everyone is gonna do that, and you can't be mad at them for it because they still paid to be there.
But I also think that if your name is Kid Rock, like if that's the name you've given yourself, are you just like reserving the right to act like a child for your entire life?
Yes,
Yeah, I
Child
guess
Rock
so.
was taken,
Okay.
so he went with Kid.
Okay.
But
fair.
when these people ass out on stage, you know, like when a fight breaks out at a party, the party's over. It's the same vibe when somebody asses out on stage like that. Like it's the same vibe where you're like, oh man, I feel icky now.
And do
Like,
you
It sucks the air
It's
out.
Does
cringe.
he still get paid for that performance? Because like if his excuse is like if they're like if the event organizer's like, why didn't you finish this set? And he was like, well, the crowd wasn't clapping. I don't know if
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't know if you get a paycheck after
Knowing
that.
him, he's probably the event organizer.
He
Some
probably
mid-level
it was a
bar.
very tiny bar that he probably just walked up there and started singing.
Yeah.
Right. Like this is my moment, Kid Rock. Can you
Everyone's like,
please
who's this
understand?
homeless guy?
You can't see on the other side of the room. It's karaoke.
If you look at my contract on paragraph 5, block C here, it says that if they don't clap, I'm out of here.
I can
I'm
move.
outta here.
I get
all
full.
right.
I get full price, but
Yeah.
they've got to clap.
And endless beer buckets.
Right.
All right, this hour's keyword. You can get all the beer buckets you want with $1,000, or you know,
At least,
At least
some
for
of
a
them.
while.
Yeah.
The keyword is bank. Go to 1059thebrew.com. As soon as you get there, a box will pop up. Type in the keyword bank, and you could score $1,000.
Now, what's trending?
All right, we got a lot of good stuff on our website at 1059thebrew.com, like our Donkey Show podcast.
Yeah.
We got a brand new one that we'll post today at 1059thebrew.com. It's the show after the show. Totally unedited, no songs, no commercials, just us talking. Also online at 1059thebrew.com. Posted this earlier. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Oh, I did post a video of Kid Rock walking off stage if you want to see that. Oh,
that's the end of him bouncing.
Sorry.
You know what? You ain't gonna clap, I'm gone.
You ain't gonna clap, I'm gone.
You can see that online. The prototype race car powered by sewage and much, much more. Also, our 50-50 game. So we're trying to help out ALS Northwest and you at the same time. But it depends on how many raffle tickets are sold and how much you could win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our buddy in Miami did this contest, and they raised over $100,000 for charity. So 50% of that money went to the winner, like the listener, and the other 50% went to the charity. So
pretty awesome.
That's what's going to happen. The most raffle tickets sold, the better. Obviously, 1059thebrew.com. You've got until, I believe, March 11th, so about a month. And
it could change your year. You
it
think
totally
about
could.
it.
Like,
Somebody else's life.
Right.
You know?
I mean, especially if you collect $100,000, you're getting $50,000.
Mm-hmm. And I think we all know somebody, or at least an extension of someone who's been touched by this horrible thing called ALS. And so anything we can do to help and maybe get you paid, let's do it.
50% will go to you. 50% will go to ALS Northwest. Get your raffle ticket now at 1059thebrew.com. And while you're there, you got a shot at $1,000 in cash. So much going on, man. $1,000 from the Cash Squatch right after Zeppelin on the Brew.